How's it going, boys and girls? Lucas here. Welcome to this video. As of the 11th of the 1st, 2026, the recording of this video, my recent short on YouTube, someone asked the following. There should be a comment popping up on the screen now. Can you show me the builds? I went, okay, I can do that. Not a problem. They're not fancy, they're not schmancy, and to be fair, they're pretty much the same across the two guns that you see in the short. I'm using the DRS and the QBZ carbine, and they are pretty much fitted out exactly the same, with a couple of subtle differences because there are some attachments available to the one that aren't available to the other. So we'll just use the DRS, the best assault rifle LMG in the game, in my humble opinion. So on both guns, I use the same sight. I use the BF2M. I think it's got a really, really good sight picture. Gives you some zoom, and it's not too thick and bulky that you're going to lose too much of your vision. So you've got a little bit of sight of picture block on the left of the gun, of the sight, but not so much that you can't miss movement or people hiding behind the sight itself. So that's why I use that. In this case, I use the red laser on both as well. The reason I use the red laser is because of this benefit. Only active when laser is turned on, and it is not visible by the enemy team. The others are the green and blue lasers are visible by your opponents. There is no reason why you should be using these, none at all, because if you're in a situation where you've got to use hip fire, they pretty much know where you are. Alright, so there is really no reason to use this. This gives you away, especially if you're trying to hold an angle or a position, they're gonna see it. So I don't always use the red laser, in my humble opinion. Both guns use the same grip, the 30-point stubby. The reason I use this is because, unlike all the other grips of its similar point size, it gives you reduced recoil and slightly transition down to ADS, but it doesn't give you the penalty for accuracy while aiming down sight, or it doesn't reduce your movement while aiming down sight. Why a grip would reduce your accuracy on your ADSing, I don't know, but the rest do. That's why I use that one. Standard ammunition on this gun, fast mag on this one, and extended barrel because I like the increased muzzle velocity and the faster transition to ADS. So there is the DSR, and we go to the QBZ. Again, same sight, same red laser, same stubby grip. In this case, I'm using the lightweight ammunition for the faster transition to ADS. That is because I am not using the extended magazine on this one. Because it's the carbine, I like it being closer so it doesn't poke around the corner a bit too much. Again, your cheap and cheerful suppressor on both. There's no point using anything more expensive, although this gun only has one suppressor. Standard 30 round mag, I'm not using fast on this one. And in this particular instance, I'm using one of the, I can't remember what it's called, ergonomics attachments, the rail cover in this instance because it's cheap, but it also allows faster draw speed between your kit. So between this and getting your RPG out, for example, and you know that extra 0.2 of a second can mean the difference between taking out a tank and getting killed by the tank. So yeah, that's basically it. Same sight, red laser, same stubby grip, cheap and cheerful suppressor. No fancy bells and whistles, no, oh, let's figure out the meta or let's crunch the numbers kind of thing. They're cheap, they're cheerful, they get the job done, and there, ladies and gentlemen, are the two guns I used in my recent short, and I hope that answers the question in the comments. Alright, boys and girls, have a lovely day, and I will catch you again soon. Bye-bye for now.